everybody, Laura here and welcome to my channel. And in this video, I wanted to do a kind of a redo and a recap of a video I did back in April on my breast implant exchange that I did back in April. My surgery was actually April 24th this year. And someone had just recently left a comment the other day about she wanted to thank me and saying that she's actually changed her mind about getting larger implants. I believe she said she was like a BC, which to me is like a perfect size. So the other video that I had done, the audio was a little poor. I was still learning on the learning curve, and so I wanted to make one maybe with a little bit better audio on it. This is currently my fourth set that I have in. The first set I got, I was very young, about 22 years old. I ended up swapping those out because the textured ones that they had, and this was, 20 some years ago, 23 years ago, they were textured and they were more prone to rippling and they weren't very comfortable. So I had those swapped out and went from a very small C to a medium C. And then fast forward about another maybe 10 years or so, I was fine with the implants, but I just noticed that my skin and my muscles had gotten a little stretched out like they do. I mean, as we get older, things stretch out. So I went back to the same doctor again and we discussed it, and his suggestion, really, he said the only way to make them firmer was to go with a larger implant. Now at this time I'm already, a good medium C, almost full C. So I agreed to do this. Again, I'm probably in my probably late 30s, maybe 40. So I decided to do this. Now, if I could fast forward, or not fast forward, but rewind and go back in time, I would definitely not have done this. So I had the larger implants put in. So I had those in for about 15 years, maybe, or so. I guess I was fine with them for a while because when I was still younger, I wore different clothes. But now that I'm in my 50s, I'm 54 now, I dress differently. I like wearing jackets now. I like wearing button-up blouses. I like, different styles of clothing, and large implants like that just did not fit. It was just, I couldn't wear anything other than a shirt similar to what I'm wearing here, which is just a basic, kind of a stretchy shirt. So I was very limited, and I just got really, tired of them, and I couldn't wait to swap them out. So I discussed it. My husband was completely on board. Whatever makes you happy, he said, just do it. And so I found a great doctor, a different doctor, who discussed with me extensively about what I wanted, what my lifestyle was, what type of clothes I wore. And so we finally picked out implants, and the ones that I had before were one was $475 and one was $500. I don't know how that happened, but I didn't even notice it, honestly. So the ones that I have put in now are at $375, and I wanted to go down without having to do a breast lift. Now, I just really didn't want to go through all of that yet, and I wasn't sure how small I would be and if I'd be happy with going down too small. So we went as small as we could without doing a breast lift. But the thing people don't think about when they are going to do this is it's not as simple as just, swapping in and out. you may need a breast lift. And not only that, prices have gone up exponentially. Right now, you're looking at, you know, 15 to 20,000 just for putting in implants. Um, if I had done the lift, on top of that, it would have run probably 27,000. I mean, that's a chunk of money. I don't care who you are. That's a chunk of money for boobs. So think about that when you're getting them, that you may have to swap them out. Well, you will have to swap them out because they say you should every 10 to 12 years. Yeah, I've gone 15 with mine. They were okay, but still, I don't think you want to leave them in for your entire life. So even if you swap out with size for size, they're still going to charge you. It's still going to be probably $18,000, $19,000. So it's expensive to be doing this. I mean, it's expensive. As we know, cosmetic surgery, anything we do cosmetically to ourselves is just expensive. It's expensive to be a woman. Now, I'm not here to say don't get implants or do get implants. I think we all should do whatever makes us happy. But if you're going to do anything extreme as far as implanting anything or removing things or doing anything that extreme, just think about it and think about the future. Don't just think about right now. Think about how am I going to look later on in life, which I wasn't thinking that when I put in the big implants. So just, stop and think. It's going to cost you, well, physically on your body because you're having surgery. This isn't just like minor surgery, and it's going to cost you financially. So, I mean, you could over the lifetime, if you get implants in your 20s, all the way till you're 80, 90, I mean, you may be talking $80,000, $100,000 in your chest. Not only that, you have to buy all new bras too. That's the other thing to think about. But for me, the choice was, again, because of clothes. I had, jackets, specifically my Balmain jacket that I wanted to be able to wear comfortably. The other thing was button up blouses. I wanted to be able to button up a blouse without having it, pull, and it looked tacky. It just didn't look good. So think about what you want to wear as far as your clothes. Think about how active you are. Think about if you're really young, are you going to have kids? Think about all these things before you rush out and do it, because it's once you do it, it's done. I just want you guys to have information so you can make a well-informed and educated decision, before just leaping out there and doing it. I would have never gotten the large implants. But you know what? It is what it is. I did it. I had to undo it. And yeah, it was costly, but I'm happy with what I have now. I would have actually gone smaller, honestly. If I didn't need the breast lift, I probably would have done a 350, I think. But I'm happy with what I have now. They're not just like, super huge. I don't have this big shelf anymore. Okay, because there's pros and cons to both sides. There's pros and cons of being flat and big chested. So again, do what makes you happy. Okay, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. We're all adults. We're going to do what we want. But just know that there are, costs financially. There's costs physically. There also, what if you have a reaction? What if your doctor botches it? There's a lot of things to think about before running out and doing it. So I hope you can at least stop and think before you do. And again, I'm happy with what I have. If people have said, well, why don't you just remove your implants completely? Yeah, but I have no breast tissue. I'd have to really have a lot of, I guess, almost reconstruction and a lift to make it look normal again. And I don't think I really want to do that. I think maybe in my 60s, I'll go down to like a B. I will go smaller. I don't think I'll never say never, but I don't think I will remove my implants completely. I don't foresee that happening, but who knows? So anyway, guys, I hope this gave you some information to think about um, before making any type of cosmetic surgery or even a procedure, simple procedure, whether it's an injectable or anything else. Do your research first and definitely have someone that is qualified to be doing what they're doing on you. Don't just run out and pick anybody or have, especially injectables. Don't just grab anybody and have them, inject you. So, just make sure that you have qualified people. Do your research on them. Make sure it's something they specialize in, whatever they are going to do to you. Okay, and just think about the long term of it. Okay, so I hope this information will help you guys make a little better educated decisions on any cosmetic surgery or procedure that you are going to do. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.